Hi, and welcome to DIY with Jeannie. If this is your first time visiting with us, welcome. I am so glad you came and decided to spend a little time here with me. And we are working on sewing at the moment. I have decided to sew all my own clothes, but I want to sew clothes that not everybody is wearing. I like old clothes. I like the way they look, and I think if we just update them with some fabric choices, then we can make some really cute things. And so we are working on just making things that I like and showing you how to use these things and how to do your own. This particular pattern it's a teen junior shorty nightgown with bloomers. I think it'll fit. I'm hoping it'll fit. This was a size 16, bust size 34, and that should tell you something about how sizes have changed. If sizes still made a difference to me, that would kind of hurt my feelings to be told you're a 16, 18. But they don't matter anymore. This particular pattern is from, and it says teen sizes 10 through 16, and so I just went with that. This pattern was from 1955. And normally, I told y'all, I went over last time, how to use this tracing paper so you don't have to cut out your patterns. But I bought this one off of eBay, and it's all here, and I'm very thankful for that. But it was already pre-cut. It's already been made in the past, and people were very careful with it. So I just went ahead and used the pieces and didn't trace it. I have to be very careful when I put it back, but this is what it's going to look like, and this is our fabric. Now, I will not be putting the lace border and trim on it because I don't like a lot of lace. It's itchy, it bothers me, and I'm just not going to do it. But I did, rather than do bias tape, and I'll show you that in just a little bit, I did a double layer of this, of the yoke, and I'll be doing that wrong sides together so that I get a right side out, right side in. So even if it does roll over when I'm wearing it, if this part shows in any way, it will have a really nice finish on the inside. So that is what we're going to be working on today. I'm not sure we can get it all done today, but we're going to try. And it is the top and the bloomers. So here is what our pieces look like. And I think it's just adorable. And I was thinking, once I make it once as pajamas, I'm going to make it again with little cap sleeves, with little short sleeves, and make the bloomers longer. So maybe make shorts. And I think that might be cute to actually wear out in public, because we now no longer care whether it is leisure wear for in the house or leisure wear to go outside or do whatever. And I wear all of my pajamas around the yard and around here anyway, so I'm not too concerned about wearing it out in public. And depending on the fabrics that I use, should be fine. Now, patterns do show you how to cut it out. If we were to get 35-inch wide, 39-inch wide, 45, whatever, I tend to make it fit the best I possibly can. I try to fit it all to where I use as little, and I have very, very little waste or leftover. So there you go. That is what I do. So now we're going to just open her up and start looking at what we need to do. Now, I did went today, and I got some new thin elastic for the legs and the waist, but I also got this beautiful pink that I think will be beautiful to sew this piece together. So we are going to do I think it's front to back first. So let me get those pieces and let me get our thread ready to go in. Let's make our yoke pieces. Here's the front. And here is the back. And then here's our shorts. Let's move them off to the side. So what we are going to do is, let me go ahead and take the pin out. And we want to pin wrong side or right sides together. Let me move that out of the way. And I did put my little points so we know where to line up. We have thin and we have thick. So here's our thicker one. So I know where to line everything up. Let me open this up. And we will start pinning our pieces together. And then we'll go over and we will sew it together. My pieces. I have to be very careful with them. I don't want to mess them up because I do want to use this pattern again. So we have a curve at the bottom, and then we're going to stop sewing it right there and then leave the curve, and then we'll hem it. So let's open that up. My little piece. Open up the bottom. And our little points. So let me get the points first and put our pin there, because I know that is exactly where this should go together to make the yoke fit the best. And then go up here to our armpit slash, no, it's not the arm, yep, it would be the armpit. So let's pin that. Go ahead and pin the bottom. A goal this year is to kind of get past that. So now we're going to sew 1/4 inch down both sides, and that will be our nightgown top. So let's get that started. Let's move over to the sewing machine. We have both sides all pinned, and I want to do them the same direction. So we will be doing this side point first and this side ball first, so that I am sure that I'm doing them both exactly the same. Let's get started. One of the things that I know is that if you will start on a piece of fabric, it's easier. It doesn't tend to get jammed as easy. So let's start with. Okay. So now I'm worried about you this piece. So what I want to do is, thank you. There we go. Okay. Out. And the other piece of fabric will pull our fabric through. We won't get it all jammed up. And this everything is so bad about being even in the beat. Out. Keep pulling. Out. This is the piece. Now, see how this unrolled here? When I take that down in just a second, I am going to fix that and be very careful with that. So make sure that stays under. No? Be very careful using your feet as you're cutting the letter. You'll stuff your fingers over. Now, I'm going to do this, but I have something here. I didn't like it. Let it. Every days. It's the same slaying your hand and hard work. Let's read that. Okay. Again, this was, see how that setting was supposed to be that for long. And now we're going to start the same way here. The other side. Extra threads off. And see how nice that. Okay. Let's move that back. Quickly sugar. But that is not bad. Don't break out that. It's all in a sequel over. See how it is? Now I get that uniform edge there. And I found the so I just didn't move that. Okay. Let's go. This way. I'm going to do it that way. So I can feel both the star on. A little under. So we can get that started. Let's put the needle down into it. And see if it. Which will see at the bottom edge. Alright. There it is. See you again. Try to follow me. I wonder why I don't want. I am obviously in danger. Need some of these. Oh, yeah. There you go. Yeah, nice right there. So I get well. Better on that side than this side. String. Cut. So I get that string. There we go. There we go. So we got our armhole done. So let's see what we do next. Now we have the front and the back sewn together down the side seam. Let's take all of our pins out. And I read something interesting this week. Like I said, I am self-taught, pretty much not even self-taught. My grandmother set me down and showed me how to quilt, and I've never looked back, and I just sew straight seams and zigzags and hope for the best. But now I've decided that if I want to make clothes that don't look quite so homemade, and I want to make clothes that look like people would want to buy them, then I kind of need to know what I'm doing. So what I have found and what I read this week was, if you start at the armhole and sew down, start in the same direction on this side. Start at the armhole and sew down. And so that is exactly what I did today. I started both of them up here at the top and have sewn down to the bottom. It is supposed to help that if you pull it and basically get off on one side, you'll do the same thing on the other side. So you don't have, and I've got just a whole bunch of mess right there, so that you don't have one side that is off more than the other. So on the neck, when I get ready, if I start from this side and go that way, then I'm going to start from this side and go that way. However, on this one, I'll probably go around in a circle, but the collar itself has to be sewn, so I'll probably go from the bottom to the top, bottom to the top. So there we go. There is our front and back sewn together. Now I want to hem the armholes. So next it says to go here, and we want to hem the armholes. Now you can put them both to one side, and I think I probably will, but I'll have to do both to the same side, so I need to make sure I pay attention to that. So then we just put it in and roll it in so that we have two, so we have it doubled, so that we don't end up with a raw seam on the inside. So again, fold over, just makes it look a little more polished when you get done. Fold over, come on, fold over. Now we have both of our armholes bound. I did not, like I said, not putting lace on because I don't particularly like it. So let's look at, definitely going to be for the top. I wonder if this is going to be enough for the top and bottom. Let's see. Well, that is long. Okay, do I have, okay, there's two. I should have enough. Let's see. Yes, we have enough. Yay. All right, so let's pin this down so we can go over and do it. We're going to pin the front and the back at the same time so we can do both of the bottom at the same time. I wonder if I should no, we do the bias on the top after we sew it together. So the bottom won't matter if it doesn't exactly line up. I don't Well, we're just going to have to do our very best to make it line up. Because the neck, it will be sewn together front and back by then, and it will line up. So I don't have to worry about the top. I'm just worried about the bottom. And since it's at the armholes that you're going to have that overlap is where you'd be able to tell. It'll be under your arms, so I don't... No, it's going to be on top of your arms. I don't think it's going to matter that much, but we're still going to do our best to get this perfect. It's not going to be perfect, but as close as we can get it. I think this is going to have to be another two-parter, or it will be too long. So this might be both videos for the week. But I think I want to put together another one so that we can do kind of an informational one. I like giving y'all helpful hints. The way I'm learning, I would like to make sure that y'all are learning with me, to at least, because things I don't know, maybe other people don't know. That's my hope is that I'm answering your questions at the same time I'm learning my own. Last little one goes here. Let's put it at the end. And we're going to do the back. So let me cut this. There is the front yoke. And another way that you can tell it's the front yoke is, where is my little mark? Where it goes together. Wait, this might be the front. Nope, that's the back. Where it goes together, it is a single versus double. So that's how you know. But they had cut this one off, so I don't have it. But see how you have the two together here? And that helps you match it up as well. Let's sew down our bias tape to the bottom edge. Let me get, where's that piece? The piece of scrap that we started with. Okay. Down here at the bottom, we want it at the bottom edge, not at the top edge. I almost messed up. Now, I'm not going to the part and feed that correctly on. So I can keep the same seam allowance. And here, see how that is? You make sure that bump that over to the edge of that ice tape so that I'm catching it. So then I come back and be all ready to go. that sewn on both pieces now. Add our excess out. A feed piece. Count our strings off. So cut them later, not later. And now we're going to fold down and back over. So what we're going to do is fold that in half. And we want to iron that. So I'm going to right down to it. Iron it. Nail iron it. So you can see what we're doing. So just go like so. Back around. And now here's our front. So when we pull this back around, we just want to get close to the other seam. Now we can cut this short so we make sure that I probably will anyway. So fold this. Yep. That's how you get some things. Now this is like some in between those 2 inch fabric. So I took all the outside stuff. Okay. I did it salty. So we're going to take this, fold it over. Inside that. We just want to make sure that stays inside. So then we fold it over. We get it inside that seam. Show the other seam. So we need to iron, which I will do. And I will get this sewn. Just like so. So it's iron. And I will be back for part 2. Look for part 2. So here it is. All this. Here it is. And I tell you. So what we'll do is we're going to take and iron this over. So we get that nice and flat. And then roll it around to encase that seam that we just put in. That way we have a nice clean roll there. And that's going to be the bottom of our collar. And it'll give us this nice clean look. At which point I will iron this down, sew it, and then I'll come back for part 2 where we will attach these together, do the top, back in the middle, finish the top, and then we'll do the bottoms. So that will be part 2. I hope you have fun with us and with me. And I hope to see you there. Have an amazing week. The bias tape on the bottom is bigger than on the top, and I got that. I hope that washes off. That was from my iron. Even though I washed the plate of the iron, somehow it got this stuff on it. And what we have here, ooh, I need to go fix that. So I'll sew that down here in a minute. It did not get caught for some reason. So I'll have to redo that here in just a minute when we go back and sew again here. Just a second. But here is our collar. And that, of course, is the front where it didn't catch. And the back. So the front is just a little shorter. So let's set that to the side. Now that was the bias tape in the top and bottom. So now what we want to do is gather the front and the back so that we can put our collar in. Let's start by fixing that. Make sure we get that caught this time. Got it caught in there this time. Don't know what happened with that last time. Just did not get it. Let me get all of my little strings off. And then we will do our gathering stitch. And there is, I just didn't catch it. I don't know what happened. Now that we have the top finished, all except for the hem, let's go ahead and put the bloomers together. I have, just gonna have to set that over there. We have 2 pieces for the crotch. I wanted the inside, I wanted it to be inside outside. So we have that. Here is our back. Now our back piece has the, there we go, the double cut. Pretty sure I got that on there. Let's check and make sure. No, yes, I do. So see, I got that all done. So we'll take and pin the back of our bloomers to that. And I'm doing right side to right side. So we want to put, let's just go ahead and start here. Pin it. Take this one around and pin it. Make sure I get that all lined up correctly. Yeah, right side to right side. Still doing okay. Let's get that in. And now we want to get that center. So let's get the rest of our pins. Whoops. Sorry about shaking you. Got to take it with my knee. So let's get this curve in. That's really one of the hardest things about some patterns is sewing that curve in. So we're going to put it up. I think that'll work. I think that's going to be the center. All right, so this insert in the hole. I'm going to lead. So the hole is in covered. Side. Okay. What's right here? It's not going here. But it's all right. Yes, sir. It's done. It's done. And so to the other camera. And remember, if we sew down from this end, we sew down from that end as well. I don't think I did that with the crotch, but we'll see. Hoping I did, but I don't think I did. But I think it'll be okay. So we'll wait. So and split and do down. Yes. Well, these are huge. Ta-da! Which is fine because they are very much bloomers. So we want elastic inside the leg. And I got thin elastic for this. So here's our elastic. I want it big on my leg. I don't want it real tight because that's uncomfortable. I got the 1/4 inch braided elastic. And let's see. We're gonna hem this real quick. Actually, you know, we could just make a pocket for the elastic, and that would be okay. Why don't we do that? Why don't we make a pocket for the elastic, and then we will just string it through. So let's do that real quick. Okay, I'm going to go through and just fold over about 1/4 of an inch, 1/8 of an inch maybe. No, I guess it's about 1/4 of an inch, because that's what our elastic is. And then I will fold it again after I've sewn that 1/4 of an inch. I'll fold it again about 1/2 inch, and then feed our elastic through that. So let's do the 1/4 of an inch first. we have our channels sewn in, and I left an opening at the top of each one. There it is. And what you do is, these are called a number of things. The original name, I believe, is a bodkin, and it's also called a threader. I've heard it a lot of things. But what you do is you slip your lace in to this slit in the middle, and that holds it. But now you can feed it instead of using a safety pin, which I have always done. But I got these, and I love these so much more. So we just want to run that through. We're going to do both legs, and I did both legs and the top. To make sure I don't pull that through. All the way. There we go. Had to get past the seam. So let me, we're good. Good so far. We are not in danger of pulling that elastic through yet. Go. Getting it past those seams is a little tricky because it could be folded either direction. But the nice thing about this is that head is so large that putting it through is just so much easier. Out, and now we just undo that, and I can pin that so that we can go over and sew it in a few minutes. Sewing is a really good time for your brain just to work through things. And mine just runs so fast when I'm sewing. My brain just thinks about all the weird stuff that's in my head. Not necessarily good things, they're just things. So what we have here is here we go. We've got our little leg all gathered, and I'll straighten that all up once I get that completely done. Let me do the other leg. What did I do with our little, there it is. Our little bodkin. So we just take it, slip it into that large area, and slide it down into that area here at the bottom. And that is so tight that it keeps it in there. So here's our other leg. Let's go to the opening. Let's go the other way. Ooh, sorry. And that is only to get past this first seam so I don't have to come back up on it in a bit. We're just gathering as we go. Again, like I said, this is kind of a mindless task. And so you can just think about what you need to do, what you have done, what the week is going to be like, crazy things like weird things you've seen on TikTok, is that person that you saw a scammer. I know, it's just, I'm telling you, weird stuff goes through my head. But we know how that is. Why does all of Kanye West's females, current wife included, look like Kim Kardashian? Another thing that goes through my head. I'm telling you, weird stuff. My brain just, it is how we work. Okay, slide that out. And I guess that's the true, I'm back on the Kardashian West thing. I guess that would be a sign of love, is to have your remaining wives all look like your first wife, although that is a little creepy if she's not dead. Just saying. There's that. I know that if I break up with someone, and when I did break up with someone, I did not want my next one to look just like him. Because, dude, I left him for a reason. Not for his looks, but, you know. Although my husband, God love him, he has had to deal with a lot of stuff, including the fact that I have, on occasion, called him by my first husband's name, which is a little weird. Okay, there's 10, 20, 30, and I'm going to do 33 for the waist. Again, I did the same thing at the top that I did on the legs. I created a channel. Put our elastic in our bodkin. Slide down, get it in there taut. Now we have our, there it is, our area. If you hear the bawling, yes, that's my goats. Yes, they're in the house. It's raining outside. It got to be in the house. Actually, we spend a lot of time in the house. Yeah, I am a very good pet mom. I'm a little strange, but technically they are not. Well, technically they are my goats, but they are, because I have them at school. I teach vet tech, and the kids can learn hoof maintenance, and they can listen to their little heartbeats, and they learn why their pupil is rectangular, which they're so funny about that. They're like, why does his eye look so weird outside? I said, because he has a rectangular pupil. They just look at me. I said, helps them find predators. Oh, that's brilliant. It's helpful. For sure. If you could see predators coming at you from front or back at the same time, yeah, that keep you alive a lot longer. And I love my little goats, and they are little goats. I've got a dwarf and a pygmy dwarf mix, and yeah. If you've never had a goat, it's a lot like a dog, except weird. It's a weird dog. Dog on acid. Sweet as punch, though. Gosh, they're the sweetest little things. They'll bite you, though. Be very careful. One of mine was bottle fed, and so he'll suck your thumb. But if you're not careful, he'll slide it over to the side of his mouth and chomp down with his molars. Guess how I figured that out? But I wasn't paying attention, so technically it was my fault. Actually, completely it was my fault, because I'm not letting him suck my thumb. He's a mess, though. The other one, he is milder of the two. I always call him a she, like it matters, because they're both fixed, but, so male, female means nothing. And because of that, because I do that, I think of it as a her. Very mild, very sweet. Okay, there we go. I'm going to go sew our elastic back and forth, right here, back and forth, back and forth. I'm not going to do that on camera, so let me do that real quick on this and the two legs, and then we will take a look at them. And there we are. There is our, oops, that's the back. There are our little bloomers, which look large, but I think they're more of the baggy facility. I'm thinking if I put legs on them, though, these could be adorable. That and some little funky pockets could be really good shorts. And here is the top that goes with. So let me pull that over. And there we go. There is our two-piece set, which I think is super cute. 1955. It's funny how things change, but still so cute. Still so much. The fabric is much different than it would have been. So I'm pretty fond of these. I think they'll be super cute to wear around the house. And we'll see if we come back and make a short set out of them. And I like it. I appreciate your being with us with me while I made these. I hope that you'll come back next time and see what our next make will be. I'm looking forward to it. I haven't even decided next week's, although I need to make a new tunic for a pair of pants that I want to make. But I would like to make a new tunic out of some of my material that I bought for other reasons, but I think now is the time to use it. So hopefully next time you'll come back and see me, and we can do something fun together. If you haven't already, please subscribe down at the bottom and like and leave me a comment and tell me what did you think about our 1955 Shortie Nightgown with bloomers. And what kind of fabric do you think you might do it in? And how do you feel about the lace? Should we do the lace next time? Should we make another one? So let me hear your thoughts, and I'll see you next time. Thank you.